Hi, this is Debbie from Blue Dog Printing and Design, showing you today why it's important to have bleeds pulled and how to pull them and give us what we need with crop marks. So we're going to get started by doing something relatively simple and making ourselves a new document. And to keep things simple, we're going to make the document 10 inches by 10 inches. And what's important when setting up your document is down here, the bleed. Sometimes it's hidden. So you want to show it and make sure it's 0.125, which is the equivalent of 1/8 of an inch. That is the industry standard for bleed pulled in printing. So we'll create ourselves a new document, and you'll see here, this is the trim, and this red area here is our bleed space. Now, sometimes you may not have it showing. You just need to go to View, Guides, and show the guides, and then you'll see that bleed area. So I'm going to place a document in here. It's 10 by 10, and this photograph already has some words in it. And I'm going to add a banner across like so. Purple as well, and I'll just add a little bit of text on there. Come visit today. Okay, so when we go to export this for the printer, i.e. Blue Dog, we'll go up to File, Export, and give it a name, Test. And make sure down here this says PDF Print. Now up here it defaults to high quality print. That is what you want, but the important part is to go here to Marks and Bleeds. All we need are the crop marks. And make sure this is 0.125 and the offset is 0.0833. Down here I can say use the document bleed settings because I set them out at the beginning, and there's 1/8 of an inch all around. But let's say I forgot to do that part, I would go in here and manually enter 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to say export, and when we're all done here, we're going to look at it. And as you can see here, I'm going to turn the rulers on by hitting Command R. This is where it's going to cut. And as you can see, my purple box that I drew is doing a good job there of bleeding, but the photograph is not. Now, people have a tendency to say, okay, well, I'll pull this out and I'll just make it bigger and fill the space. So now look, now we've got bleed. This is great. We're going to export it, and we're going to make sure we've got our crop marks, our 0.083 and 0.125. And now when we go, we're going to see that, oh yeah, look, I do have the bleed there, but my P is getting cut off and my O is getting cut off. So now I need to adjust for that. So you can either go into Photoshop and clone edges around to make the whole size be 10 1/4 by 10 1/4, and I'll just quick show that to you now. I'll open this file up. So here's my file in Photoshop, and I have my layers. So I'm going to make my canvas size 10 1/4 by 10 1/4 because that's 1/8 of an inch on all the sides, and I keep the dot in the middle so it extends on everything else. So now you can see that my background, now I've got this white border everywhere, and I don't really want that. So I'm going to make this be a layer, and now I'm just going to make this be bigger but not the Puerto Rico. So now I'm going to save this as 10 by 10 ocean bleed. So now I can go back into my InDesign document and say, okay, I'm going to get rid of this picture, place my new picture with the bleed, and I'm going to actually poke it right up there in the corner because that's where I want it to be. So now you can see on the trim that it's right there, just where I need it to be. So now when I export it with my crop marks and 0.125, I'm going to get the desired result, which is this. Nothing's getting cut off. It's great. So that is how we do that. Just wanted to show you that sometimes people will click on all the printer marks thinking, oh, this is great, I'll give them everything they could possibly need. But it actually hurts you in the end because it's creating too much space on the paper, and then we're not going to be able to get as many up on a sheet. So I'll show you what that means. See, test 4 has all these extra pieces in it, and then if we try to bleed it and we trim to right here, you can see that's encroaching in our space, in our bleed space. So we don't want those marks. We just want the marks we got with test number 3. So that's what it should look like when you get it to us. If you have questions, you can always call us at 610-430-7992. Thanks so much.